Hey Gemini, hey. How you feeling? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're not new. Gemini, we are talking about the work you've been doing, that shadow work that you've been doing to elevate, to heal, and the test that is coming your way. So keep in mind, Gemini, that this message is not for every Gemini placement, and that is okay. Take it as it resonates. Feel free to flip the roles how they need to be flipped. And if you, Gemini, would like a private reading with me, there is a link in the description box below that you can copy and paste, and it will tell you how to get one. Go ahead, Gemini, while you're here. Do that YouTube ritual that you do so well. If you like how I vibe, you like how I get down, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post content specific to you. So let's get into it, Gemini. Let's see what is the most recent shadow work Gemini has been doing. I hope you're doing well, Gemini. What's the most recent shadow work Gemini has been doing, Spirit? Most recent shadow work for Gemini. All right. Seven of Wands. Hierophant. Strength. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. You've been on, like I said, this isn't for everybody, but a lot of you Gemini placements have been on a very long, slow road, because not every journey that we take towards healing is one that happens quickly. And the Knight of Pentacles is is somebody who is one of the slower knights. It's like a steady pace. Yeah. So it's not a gallop and it's not a walk. So, but you've been on this journey of really getting past that, the what's the word I'm looking for? It's right, the dogma. That's the word. Thank you, Spirit. The dogma of everything that you've been taught. It's been a battle, you know? It really has been. It's been a battle. For some of you, it's been a spiritual journey of really finding your truth, sifting past those things that you learned as, from childhood into adulthood. And not everything has to do with religion. A lot of this, when we talk about the Hierophant, there is, it's those traditional institutions. So for a lot of you, this is about religion and being on your spiritual journey, but there can also be a spiritual journey when you're finding your truth, when we're talking about uh, finding your place in the world or in society where you feel fulfillment in what you do. So for some of you, this has to do with going into a job that is more traditional because your parents wanted you to do it, or that's what you were told to do. You became a lawyer instead of an artist of some type, using your creative side. And that's just an example. So a lot of you have been fighting and going down this path of really finding the key to your idea and truth of success. whether it's a spiritual journey or whether it's one that, because to me, what I do, my work and my spiritual life is not separate. And I do have a traditional job, but the decisions that I make, how I move, even with deadlines, how I respond to somebody who I may not be feeling at the time. Maybe they're coming at me in a weird way or disrespectful way. It's a spiritual journey. You still kind of have to like, do I respond or do I react? You know what I'm saying? So they're not separate, even in business. So this has been the path for you. This has been your journey, finding your truth, fighting for your truth. Yeah. And you found it. You are on your way. A lot of you had to, you know, um, as many of us do, all of us do, had to let go of people, places, things, and behaviors that no longer served you. They served you when you were a different Gemini, when you had to do other things as a Gemini. But now this path that you're on, whether spiritual or otherwise, is more divine than anything, because it's one of those that is a fulfillment. And it's also a journey. It's a winding journey. Huh. I love it. But it's one that you have chosen and you're good with your choice. So let's get into this test though. Let's see what this test is all about. Fred, let's get some insight. Give us insight, please, into the test for Gemini. Give us insight into the test. Lord, did I say chest? The test. Like, where your mind at, girl? For Gemini. Like, don't worry about what my mind is. Yeah, the fool. We have the Hermit. I love with all of the zodiacs, all the majors that keep coming out, because it just verifies. You got three majors here. It just verifies that people are really doing their work and people are really getting tested on those things, because that's what majors are about. It's about life decisions. It's about the meat of the journey. Urgh. Anyway, again, we have the Fool, the Hermit, and the Empress at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Five of Cups. So your test coming up, now that you have made the decision to follow your divine path, whether it is about your spirituality, whether it is about your how you are being supported financially, you know, it is it's about going back and regretting the decision, falling off, or as they say in Christianity, gosh, I don't want to say, because I want to say relapsing, but that ain't that's not what they say in Christianity. I can't remember. So we'll go with relapsing right now. Going back into that mindset of the tradition, the dogma, you know, those falling into those rules that confined you, that put you in a box. Because the journey got hard, or there was There was an unexpected result, thinking that maybe you made the wrong choice. Yeah. Again, the Fool, the Hermit, Empress. Empress, just look at her. It's all about abundance. So, can you recognize? Are you going to trust? First of all, the Fool is about trusting this divine path, trusting your divine journey, trusting whomever it is that you lean on when you need guidance, whether it's the universe, God, the creator, source, your benevolent ancestors, whoever that is, if it's you, you know, trusting and having certainty that the work that you've done will lead and keep you in a place of abundance. And we're not just talking about abundance in material, like, because, when you trust, you are taken care of. You may not have everything that you want at the time, but you have everything that you need. You don't have a need for shit. Yeah. I want to get a little more clarity on this test for some of you. The test is not going to be the same for everybody, but there's going to be a situation here. Can we clarify, Spirit? Clarify the situation regarding this test. What is the situation regarding the test for Gemini that will have them questioning the choice they made? All right. Death, King of Wands, Two of Wands, Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There is going to be a person. So this King of Wands energy can be can identify as masculine or feminine. So the energy is beyond biological sex and gender identity. But the King of Wands is somebody who is very confident, very decisive. They are somebody who is uh, in charge, but they are also someone who can act as a chameleon to get the things that they want. So they can be a master manipulator if they need to be. But yeah, there's going to be a situation where that arises, most likely an argument, um, or you'll be placed in a situation of conflict, or even conflict, chaos, an argument, or even if you're a business owner, where you feel like there's a lot of competition. The competition is overwhelming. But there's going to be a situation where there is a struggle, and this person is going to try to change your mind, try to convince you that what you've done is Like, because the two of wands, it's all about choice. That the choice that you made was the wrong one. Like, you shouldn't have done this. Make you feel bad. Like, you see, this is what happens when you understand where I'm coming from. Not to say that this wouldn't happen should you go the traditional route, because life happens. If you're in business, competition is there. It happens. Things trend, things don't trend. In spirituality, you are tested. There's good and bad, and there is negative and positive. All the things happen regardless of the path that you take. But this person is really going to try to convince you that the choice that you made is wrong. And I would even go as far, especially if this is a spiritual walk for a lot of you, to say that this person may even try to say that it's nothing but the devil. What you're doing it's the devil, it's the demon, or God is punishing you. You're being punished. This is karma. Yeah, let's get the advice here. Advice for Gemini. What is the advice for Gemini regarding this test? All right. So, oh, we already have all three. Okay. Let me. So, we have the moon. I love it when it happens. The world. Three of swords. The moon, the world, three of swords. I'm trying to tell you, there's all you see all the majors out here. Bottom of the deck. Nine of wands. Life is going to happen. And we are going to be tested. Our resilience is going to be tested. And that's what the Nine of Wands is all about. It's not just a card of boundaries for me, because this some of you will have to set boundaries with some people, um, because of this test. You will also recognize, okay, this is something that, like, if this is the person who is close to you, not only set boundaries, but okay, this is something that I can't talk to them about. You'll have to be strategic in your conversations, is what I'm saying. But yeah, this is about testing your strength, and just because there are certain things that come up, will you fold? But we have the moon, the world, and the three of swords here. Don't let those things that come that test you. Tests are really just about distractions. They're about illusions. They are those things that sift through those things, sift through what is real and what is not, what we should be paying attention to and what we should not. Don't let these illusions and distractions keep you from your success. Because the tests come to make you stronger, to fortify your certainty, to fortify and build upon the faith and the trust that you have in yourself, your benevolent spirit team, your benevolent ancestors, the universe, your journey. Don't let fear take you off your path. because the moon is all about fear too. And a lot of our behaviors are based in fear because of a lack of something. Just remember, things aren't always what they seem. What's the outcome should Gemini follow your advice, Spirit? The outcome should Gemini follow your advice? We have the Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, bottom of the deck, the Hangman. I'm trying to tell you, these mages are like, they are sprinkled. It's like God, Spirit came and was like, throw all these mages out here. Like, this is really going to, this whole experience, it's already changed. Your perspective has obviously already changed, Gemini, but this is really going to set some things in stone for you about how you see people, places, and things. Should you follow the advice? This is going to be a lesson learned. That's what this little halo is all about. Enlightenment. So we got the Knight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. And if you look at the top of these cards, the outcome, passion, security, and love. I really don't need to say anything else. I mean, yeah, that's fulfillment. This love right here is about self. You know, a lot of times this is about an offering coming from somebody else, and it could be a soulmate card. It could be in business a partnership card, but this is about the balance that you have within, that self-love, that that understanding within yourself, um the connection with you, the unity with you. Not only that, but we are talking about, like, again, true fulfillment, because the king of pentacles is somebody who is grounded. They are successful. Success is determined by you, not by outside forces. For some of you, you may be a business person because the King of Pentacles is known to be a business person, but you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Just like uh, this is a king, and although women can be kings in some countries, just saying, um, this is beyond biological sex. This is beyond um, gender identity. This is somebody who is disciplined. They are practical. They know what they know about their true selves, their journey. And what they're not going to do is risk where they've come on an illusion. Because the King of Pentacles, they don't take risks like that. The Knight of Wands is somebody who can be hasty, but again, this is about passion. This is about passion for this divine path that you're on. Passion about continuing to know and explore beyond those things which you were taught. Know yourself and get to learn yourself even more. Passionate about those things. I love it. Let's get your final message here. Final message for Gemini regarding their test. Final message for Gemini regarding their test. Final message for Gemini regarding their test. All right. We have show. At the bottom of the card, it says spotlight, express, create, radiate joy and enthusiasm. I'm trying to tell you. Radiate joy and enthusiasm. That is exactly what this journey is about. That passion, the security, and the love. It's going to have you radiating joy and enthusiasm because the Knight of Wands is an enthusiastic person, you know. the uh the King of Pentacles is somebody who is enthusiastic about security. And joy is just something that you've had since you found your truth. Keep creating, keep radiating joy enthusiastically. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bottom of the deck here we have difference, and it says road, future, choice, destiny. Then we start off talking about a road and a journey. I know. Thank you, Spirit. You on the journey. It's that road towards the future, but you will be tested. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post content specific to you. Continue to shine, Gemini. Radiate that joy enthusiastically. Bye.